Welcome back, everybody, to Go Games. When we left off, we were just about to attend a symposium by, what's his face? Pericles. That was it. Went and did all his tasks. We've been avoiding Cleon. But yeah, so off we go. Without further delay. Let's go. Yeah. So I'm quiet today, guys. I just woke up, so
We'll be watching you, Miss Dios.
well, you can watch me all you like. Guys, I have in one of my other games.
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe,
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even
here?
get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe,
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either.
Wait,
I
Phoebe's
can't
from
believe we
Athens?
both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow
Okay.
work here. For Pericles.
No, for Aspasia.
I
Alright,
think I'm ready to
let's
go.
go.
in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
Alright,
I'll
let's
get
change.
changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a
Is
good
that a good thing?
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry.
I'm all scarred
You've done
up.
scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Well, we could totally strap a knife to our, like, our thigh or something. Nobody would be able to tell. Lovely dress, though.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Oh, fashionably late.
Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Yeah, we can always
Pericles
come
is
back
no
and kill him.
king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not
Awesome.
look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Sophocles
Okay, we're
and
drinking from a
Euripides,
giant
for
freaking
example.
bowl.
Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Why did you have to kill my unicorn? Dude, you could have just dropped him off in my house. I can't remember right now. No, the mushroom was for the kangaroo. The dragon cannot pick up the kangaroo, though. I believe the Argentavis can.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating
wearing
like an
shoes?
ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Where's your party if he's not going to be
Vile
there?
Socrates, always appearing where I
Alcibiades.
least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Yeah, okay.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good, and don't drink too much. So,
I'm a Spartan, we can drink.
tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
This party could be fun. Alcibiades drinks like a Spartan. Maybe he fights like one too.
If I could suggest anything, please don't start a fight. Or end one.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll
We'll
excuse
say,
me,
they might start it, but I'll
Pericles is
finish
here
it.
somewhere, and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
Right, so Alcibiades went that way. So we're not going to go that way. We're going to go over here to the kitchen first. It's
A new
different.
face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
It.
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're
Yeah.
not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides?
Yeah, sure.
Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
We'll get Alcabia to these last. What's this? Olive oil, always good. Go and make
I
it dinner.
suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
No.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find a Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous Xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you
Yeah, me
don't.
either.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Hi, lady.
Say for that
you.
arrogant playwright.
Thank you.
I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Alright, we're gonna go, apparently into the table.
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras?
Oh, I swear I'm
call
gonna
it
sucker punch
the
you in a minute,
flapping
Aristophanes.
I'm sure she wouldn't.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing
Drinking
this young one
games,
how
not
we
a party without
Argives
one.
drink.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Ready for more?
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
I'm only here because I'm searching.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it...
Bye.
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it.
Aristophanes is busy. Yeah.
Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
Sophocles.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Yeah, well done. Alcibiades.
Someone's being hurt.
Fun times are being
Open
had.
this door or I'll kick it in!
No, don't mind her. She likes to watch. Oh, look at you. Such authority, such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
Okay.
I thought this party was tame, even by Athenian standards. Until now.
Let them have their meeting of the minds. I'm more interested in meeting other parts.
Ali, we're out of oil again.
Ali?
You know they like you when they give you a pet name. There's more olive oil in the kitchen, but Aspasia keeps complaining about me walking unencumbered through her symposiums.
You mean naked?
It sounds so good when you say it.
I come
Here's your
bearing
oil.
gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
You know what? Sure, screw
Time
it.
for some fun. You'll have to help me strip off these uncomfortable Athenian robes.
Gladly. If you like, we can feed them to the goat.
There's another goat?
There's another goat.
Ooh.
That was quick. He's not walking straight, is he? Is he still drunk?
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Theatera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusha in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
What, 2 places now? We got Hippocrates in Argos and Antusa in thing. 1 sec. I'm streaming my game. Right. Socrates?
Ah, if it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
Ah, you remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You have been arguing a single point all night and no one has... The black eye?
What?
You have my attention.
We're discussing the
Assassin's
nature
Creed.
of rulers. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
Yeah.
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men? What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
Oh, God's sake, Socrates, you give me a
Wasting your
headache.
time. Aspasia.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done. Socrates is an interesting character. Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
Wait, what did I do in Megaris?
I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. I make no apologies. We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust. These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest. You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
Okay.
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here. What clues do you have to her whereabouts? A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos. He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else? Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth. I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway. That's all I have. There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort. What's his name? Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people. Thank you, Aspasia. When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Where are the stairs? Stairs over here? Nope. Stairs! I think this is the front door. Kitchen's across that way. It's over here. God's sake, where are the stairs? This is the kitchen. Ah. You mean the magma saw? Remember, you gotta steal this egg, but you need to feed him sulfur. I'm really sorry about all the interruptions today, guys. People are determined to talk to me, apparently.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Phoebe did nothing wrong. Aspasia asked her to let me in.
Of course she did. I can't say I'm thrilled about going down and speaking to everyone. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Yeah, let's find where he wanted
Phidias
Phidias
was
to
awaiting
escape.
trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Why send Emetiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people
I can't remember who
are
much a clue,
important
whatever
to me.
his name is. Can't remember what we got him
Your
from.
life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Yeah, one way or another. Go get my junk back. Oh, you won't let me just jump over the wall? God's sake. I mean, that would have been a great sight for everybody. Would have really livened up the party.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There is a physician in Argolis that may be able to help me.
You're sick? You've never been sick.
No, I'm fine. I just need to talk to him.
Okay, good. It would be weird if you were sick.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra!
Right, so we've got a million fucking quests to do now. What? So I think there's a lot of Alright, so we'll skip this one for the moment. What we're gonna do that one first. How do I do it? On the Isthmus of Poseidon in Corinthia. Why can I not select it? Oh, this is going to take forever. So, Isthmus of Poseidon in Corinthia. So, Corinthia is over here. Handle with care. Right, how big is Corinthia? Corinthia is all of this, okay. Oh, okay. Wait. No. Why? Okay, I'm really confused here, because what's this blue? Oh, Brother Seduction is there. Oh, okay, I got it. Makes it a bit easier to find them. Yo, Alcibiades! Yo, get off boxes.
Nice view.
It just got a lot nicer. I was hoping to see you again.
Alcibiades, what are you doing outside of Athens?
Someone like me is always on the move. I've docked my ship in every port.
I'm sure you have.
If you're here for more than the view, I have a task for you. It is crucial this package gets to its proper recipient. It's not for me, but a man named Theodoros.
I'll help. But it's only that little box?
One should never judge something by its size, you know. A small thing may very well make a huge impact.
Okay.
You've traveled a lot. What's your favorite place to go?
Oh, a personal question. Interesting. The world is filled with beautiful places. To pick my favorite would be like picking my favorite Etera. I could do it, but the answer changes based on my mood.
All right. Who am I giving the package to?
There's a man named Vardas near the Corinthian military fort. He's one of their stronger assets.
And I just tell him it's from you.
No, from Theodoros. Don't forget, Theodoros.
Okay. Alcibiades package. Oh, nice. Okay, it's just literally up the hill. We can do that.
I wouldn't come any closer.
Alright. Not gonna run closer to you. Oh, maybe there's a pole mark here. I need another Spartan seal. Go away. Come on. Oh no, it's talking about your friends.
You know you can't win. For glory! Take them down!
Yay! That was a cold. Awesome. You know what? There you go, there.
At least it will be quick for you.
No, I don't want the stupid leader.
Go, go!
Oh, wrong button.
I've spotted you! This is going to be it! A giant fights better than you! Take no prisoners!
Leader, I'm gonna come over there and smack you.
I fight you again! Here she is! You are no match for me!
Look, naff off. Bye.
Die, dog!
Excuse you?
Fuck!
Go!
You're the Mystios I sent for. What do you want?
This is for you.
Give it here. Is this some kind of joke? This is a cast of someone's dick. What's this engraving? This is for your wife, Thalia, for when she starts to miss me. Tell me now, who sent this?
Theodoros?
Do you know a man named Theodoros?
Theodoros. He'll pay for this with his life. I'll destroy his men. I'll destroy his ship. He'll regret ever touching Thalia.
Oh, naughty boy, Alcibiades. He made a cast of his own penis. Wait, Cassandra said it was a small box. I guess Alcibiades isn't very well endowed. Dude, I may not be able to run forever, but I can run long enough. You're gonna leave me alone now? Yep, thank you.
I was just starting to miss you. I hope you delivered the package?
Vardas threatened to kill Theodoros when I told him. I also wasn't expecting the package to be, well, that.
It was a nice surprise, wasn't it? I can make another one for you too, if you'd like.
Another one? You...
It was mine, yes. It looked good, didn't it? I needed to get Theodoros out of the way, and now he will be. I impress myself sometimes.
Whatever you say.
Why don't we let our bodies do the talking? Surely you had thoughts of it as well when you saw the cast of me?
Here? Before the gods?
Let's make an offering.
I'd
You know
like
what?
to see the
Let's
gods
go for
stop
it.
us.
I have a feeling they prefer to watch.
God, we keep on
I'd
leaving
say we
him.
gave the gods a good show.
I couldn't agree more.
I always seem to leave
love
him
an
breathless.
encore soup.
I guess that means Cassandra's really good at what she does. Sorry guys, I'm kind of grabbing my breakfast. Oh. We are going for this one first.
If you come any closer, there's gonna be trouble.
I need to stay hidden.
Why do I need to stay hidden? Only over here. Oh, hello, lady.
Mystios, may I trade your time for wealth? You look wiser than the average mercenary. Perhaps you're nearly as wise as Athena herself.
Wiser and stronger. You might watch your tongue, Auntie.
You might watch yourself, Cassandra.
You know me?
Don't pretend to be ignorant of your infamy, Cassandra the Eagle Bearer. I have a series of tasks I thought someone of your reputation could handle. But if you feel you're not up to it...
What kind of tasks?
To begin, I have a test of judgment. Which god is more dangerous, Poseidon or Apollo? The answer lies in a nearby tomb.
This is just a
I think
riddle.
Poseidon.
Riddles are telling and rewarding when I give them. Prove your worth to me by going to the graveyard near the sanctuary of Athena and solving it.
Fine. I'll figure out this riddle.
Where am I going? Damn it. Really far away. Okay.
Let's go, Phobos.
You don't...
Oh, dude, shut up.
I don't want to be spotted here.
See, I reckon Poseidon's probably more deadly because, like, he can flood the entire freaking land.
No chance, Mistios. You're going to die. Losing them. There you are.
Dude, if you want me, you can come up here and get me.
Please, stranger. I don't think I can walk.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Just
Where am I
take me to
taking
my
you?
potter's house. It's in the port of Gechries.
I have no idea what that is. But I guess we'll find it out.
This would be
Phobos.
faster on horseback.
Come here. Come on, look, get on the horse. Thank you.
What did those bandits want with you?
They said something about getting what they were owed, but I have no idea what they meant.
You've never seen them before?
Come to think of it, they did look familiar. A group of bandits has been harassing the port I grew up in for as long as I can remember.
Where's the front door? God, we run so slow.
Here we are, Potter's house.
Ella.
Let me jump over. Thank you. We get in? No? Where's the shop? Oh, no, get off.
So, does my enchanting rescuer have a name?
Cassandra.
Well met. I'm Lykinos, famed poet of Athens. I have come to visit my dear pater and brother. Speaking of which, Timotheos, I'm home. This is the lovely Cassandra. She rescued me on my way here. Where's...
Father's dead.
What?
He was killed a few days ago by local bandits.
And this is how you tell me?
I need to prepare for the burial. I suggest you do the same. For saving my brother. If you're as tough as you look, I could use your help with something else before you go.
Okay.
Can you believe him?
Yes.
We all grieve differently. Your brother just lost his father too.
Ever since Timotheos returned from the war, he's been different.
He fought for Athens?
War changes
For
a
a
person.
little while. So did my pater. Now they're both fishermen. Or my pater was, I guess.
Give him time.
I'll leave the brooding to Timotheos. You're a mercenary, right? I want vengeance on my pater's killers.
Haven't you had enough
Course you did.
bloodshed for one day?
That's why I'm hiring a Mystios to do the fighting for me. And my brother said he could use your help too.
Fine.
All right, I'll stay and help. How should I track down the bandits Timotheos mentioned?
Their hideout is rumored to be just west of here, in the ruined temple of Zeus.
I'll make sure the bandits pay for what they did. Timotheos, you said you could use my help.
My father served in the Athenian military. He deserves a proper military burial in his Athenian armor. But that armor was stolen from our home not that long ago.
You want me to get it back?
No, my father said he saw the thief running out of town after he stole it. But the merchant should have some Athenian armor. Tell him it's for Diocles' burial. They were friends.
I'll get the armor for your father's burial. Lykinos' father owed a lot of drachmae to their leader, a man named Hippatos.
Right, so what's this? Go there first then. Maybe they've got the armor.
They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight.
Oh, no. You don't want to be skinned, and I don't want to be bothered to fight a wolf. Where am I going? Bit lost. Oh. Find and kill the bandit. Sound fair?
Interesting. Is someone there?
Stuck out.
You're a joke.
Oh God's sake, doggo, did you have to alert them? We were going to do this, nice and peaceful, and we wouldn't know anything.
Here, there!
Alright, who poisoned it? Yes. Dude, I'm online this whole flipping time.
I see her.
Yeah, just take it as if I'm not good, and it would have said that I left the party.
Now to pick up the armor for Timotheus.
That's because I'm streaming. I'll mute myself so that I don't interrupt the party. Did you go to the desert and get it there? You mean that oil vein that I was telling you about and you were telling me I was hitting the rocks wrong?
Found him.
Yeah. No, I get that. No.
Kere, would you happen to have any Athenian armor in your shop? It's for the Ecclesi's burial.
Timotheus can buy his father's armor back if he likes. Won't be cheap, though.
What do you mean?
The Eccles sold me his armor not too long ago.
Timotheus said his father's armor was stolen.
Well, I have it here and I'm no thief. I also have another set of Athenian armor. Not as nice, but it'll do for the burial.
I'll take the Ecclesi's armor.
You'll find it in the chest
We're going to
upstairs.
be a fair valid merchant.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Talking about my game.
Should be ready to meet Lykinos and Timotheus at the funeral.
Let's see. Oh, looks like we leveled up.
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
Ooh, the funeral. Probably not. That game annoyed me yesterday.
There you are. Do you have the armor I asked for?
I have your father's armor, Timotheus.
That's great news! Where did you find it?
I went to the merchant in town. The armor wasn't stolen, Timotheus. Your father sold it.
That doesn't make any sense. My father wouldn't lie to me. What matters is you got the armor back. Thank you, Misthios, truly.
You're welcome.
Now I just need an offering of oil for the ceremony.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Dude, you could have told me about the
means a
oil
lot.
before
I should
came
go
back.
dress my father.
Misthios!
My game.
Any news?
I took care of the bandits, Likinos.
Ah, I can breathe easier knowing my pater has been avenged. There's no chance those Malakas had any explanation for their heinous actions.
My in my game.
Your father owed the bandit leader Ipatos quite a bit of drachmae.
What
No, not
business
in
could
that
he have
game.
had with that scum? What matters is that they've paid for their crimes.
In the one I'm
Thank you,
actually playing.
Cassandra.
Now you can focus on mourning.
No, I didn't ask it as an actual question. I
I
was
should
speaking about
probably
my
let
game.
Timotheos know about this. If you're staying for the burial, I'm sure an offering of wine would mean a great deal to my pater.
Timotheus asked me to pick up oil as well. Where can I find the offerings?
He did? I mean, you should be able to find what we need at the docks.
I'll be back soon. I should watch my step around here.
Stop right where you are!
Get this one first.
Got the oil. Could get the wine. Let's just head back to the burial.
I think the wine is right here, so let's grab that.
That's both of the offerings. I should head back to the burial.
Ow. Bugger off, dude! I only ran into you on accident. Oh, God's sake, another chickens are attacking me. Oh, get over here. Right. Hang about. I haven't saved in a while.
How could you be so stupid? More bloodshed, Likinos?
Pater's death needed vengeance. I took care of it.
You took care of it? You really think it will end there?
Cassandra, you agree with me, right?
Timotheus is right. Provoking the bandits was short-sighted.
If I recall, you were less concerned when you were getting paid.
Someone else's father probably just died because of you. Then it'll be your head next.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
What? No, why would you say that?
You've been nothing but cruel to me since I got here.
I'm sorry, Likinos. I just don't want to lose you too.
We only have each other now that Pater's gone.
We should proceed with the burial. Did you find an offering?
I brought you both what you asked for.
Then thank you from both of us.
I can thank Cassandra myself.
Oh, for God's
I
sake,
did
stop
what
being
I
a
could.
child.
I hope your father's journey across the Styx is peaceful.
Likinos, come. We must prepare the altar.
In a moment. I'd love to see you once more before you leave town. Please, find me after the ceremony.
See you around, Miss Dios.
Well, at least we stayed for the funeral. Yeah. You get back and then want to sleep, and then when he wakes up, he'll want to play Destiny. That's my prediction. Yeah. Figure out your system. Tekano sabi what do you after? I like to Northeast more than the canyons.
I should stay in shallow waters in this boat.
Cassandra!
Looks like a Doedicus.
Am I interrupting?
This is where I used to practice sparring with my father. After he retired to the fishing business, he lost interest. But I kept up the practice on my own.
Doesn't training on your own get lonely?
Are you trying to goad me into a sparring match, mercenary?
I might be interested in some friendly competition.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Are you scared, Athenian?
I just... Fine. Let's spar.
Let's see what you've got. That all you've got?
I'm just getting started. Filthy Spartans!
Timotheus, are you okay? You fought well, Athenian. Timotheus? Timotheus, what are you doing?
No! Stop! Stop! No! No! Stay back! Get away from me!
Got some PTSD going on.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Don't you get it? I might hurt you if you don't stay away.
You're not
No, you
going
won't.
to hurt me, Timotheus.
You don't know that. I don't know if I could stop myself right now.
I know you're stronger than whatever this is.
When I get like this, if I lose control for even a second, the terrible things I see myself doing.
Timotheus.
No, no, no! Stop! Stop!
Just breathe.
I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you.
You're safe, Timotheus. I promise.
I feel better. Thank you. Would you mind staying with me for a moment?
Whatever you need.
Oh.
Father handled coming back from the war so much better than I did. Any loud noise or unexpected hand on my shoulder and my heart burst from my chest. But he never flinched.
Did you tell him?
I couldn't bear to tell Father the reason I was discharged, let alone this. I wanted to make him proud.
Why were you discharged?
I lost control in the battle and killed one of my comrades. My commander and I were close, so he discharged me with mania instead of charging me with treason. When I returned from the war, Father never asked why. I don't know if he suspected or...
Maybe he was hiding his struggles the way you hid yours.
Finding out Father lied about his armor, not to mention his debts, has left me wondering if there aren't other things he kept hidden. But even so, he was strong enough to hide it from me while he lived. I can't even hide it from you now.
I'm awesome, though.
Timotheus, you're a strong person. Anyone can see that.
You think I'm strong?
That's what he got.
Anyone who cares for people the way you do is strong, Timotheus.
You think I'm caring?
Of course. You care for Lykinos.
Dear Lord, he's fishing for compliments here.
You're going to be all right, Timotheus.
Thank you. And under normal circumstances, I would never tell you to stay away from me.
We could get closer now.
What are we waiting for?
Come on. It's my partial Greek livelihood to go and sleep with everybody. Right, let's go back over to go speak with Lycanos.
Going out any farther is a good way to get capsized.
Yep, let's capsize this little boat. Boat is parked. Actually, that's the neatest way I've parked a boat. This entire freaking game.
I was hoping to have the chance to thank you for all you've done.
What did you have in mind?
Oh, it may be my day job, but there's more to me than that. I'm also a very talented cook. Allow me to make you a fabulous meal.
I'm sorry, dude, but you're
I'd
very
like that.
feminine.
Great. There's just one thing. I'll need a little help hunting down some ingredients. Literally.
You're treating me, you said?
After all we've been through together, surely you can agree that I'm a lover, not a fighter.
A lover, huh? We'll see.
I hope so.
What do you need me to hunt?
This dish calls for venison. Any of the beasts wandering nearby should do. Meet me at the cliffs near the Ipernistra camp once you find some.
I think I got
My
some.
dear Cassandra, over here. Do you have a moment?
No, I don't have a moment.
This area will be well defended. That's a start, but Lykinos will need more.
Possible.
Ella.
Thank you, Icarus. Not quite what I'm after though. meal.
This should be plenty of meat for Likinos' dinner.
Oh, yep.
Ella.
Nice
Beautiful
view.
view.
It certainly is. Did you manage to hunt down our food?
Here's the meat.
Perfect. I'll get started. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, that was delicious.
I told you I could cook. Was the food worth it?
The company was certainly worth it. I'm having a really nice time.
I can hardly believe someone like you wants to spend time with someone like me. I have truly been blessed by the gods.
Fighter or not, I'm sure it takes a lot to be a renowned poet in Athens.
I may have exaggerated my accomplishments as a poet a bit earlier. The truth is, I'm not just home for a visit. I ran out of drachmi in Athens.
Why lie to your brother about this, or to me?
Timotheus has always been my father's son, in every way. They both fought for Athens, they both worked in the family business. Timotheus' path was never for me, so I left for Athens to strike out on my own.
You're afraid of what he'll think.
He'll say it was irresponsible of me to leave in the first place. And he's right. I don't have any drachmi, or means to earn it.
Dude, you're a great cook.
You're an amazing cook, Likinos. If you're looking for a way to make a living, you should start there.
I guess everyone needs to eat. Besides, any skill that impresses you is worth pursuing.
You never answered my question, though. Why lie to me about your career?
Isn't it obvious? I didn't want to appear a failure to you. From the moment I met you, I knew you were amazing.
I'm just someone who's had to fight every day of my life.
Still, you saved my life, Cassandra. I'll never forget that.
Well, I'm glad I did. This has been nice, Likinos.
It really has.
See, we could have gone the romance route with him,
Check in on
but I mean, we
Timotheus
just
and
slept with
Likinos
his
at their
brother.
father's house. Here you are.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Stop finding bricks.
What's happened here? This looks like one of the bandits
Some
that killed
dead people.
Diocles. Whoever did this didn't take anything. Likinos, are you all right?
They took him. The bandits who killed my pater took Timotheus.
Where did they go?
to the ruins of Mikine. Please, you have to help him.
Okay then. Where are we headed? Oh, it's a trek. Just stroll it. Work on Cassandra's stamina. You know, a bit of cardio. Timotheus! Timotheus! Where the frick are you, bro? Oh, fuck. Can't apparently climb a small ledge. Snitch!
You will. No, you die!
Timotheus, we have to get out of here. Timotheus?
Die, Spartan dogs!
Fine, let's go kill them.
Stop right there!
Rush them!
Matthias, why are you staying up there? You should be coming to help me.
I'll cut you to shreds!
I don't know why.
I could do this all day. There she is. For glory!
I'm to climb a wall and sort of kill the person. Timotheus, how are you fighting this one?
It's over.
Where are they? Cursed Spartan dogs! Where are they hiding?
You're safe,
Hey,
Timotheus.
I'm Spartan.
I promise.
Cassandra?
It's me. You're all right now.
Timotheus! You're safe!
You saved us once again, mercenary.
In more ways than one.
The famed Eagle Bearer hasn't saved you just yet. It's nice to finally meet Diocles' boys.
And you must be the man responsible for my pater's death.
Responsible? Your father was one of my best smugglers before he screwed me over.
Our father would never work for you.
He had no choice. Dear Diocles liked to gamble. With my support, he could place bad bets all day long and keep that lovely home of yours.
Something tells me your support came with strings attached.
Hardly. Diocles and I were partners for years before I killed him. Unfortunately, a man who gambles with another man's drachmi stops being a gambler and turns into a thief.
You got your payment in Diocles' blood. What do you want with Lykinos and Timotheus?
Diocles may be dead, but I haven't received my drachmi yet.
You expect me to pay?
One way or another, yes.
Enough! Let's finish this.
So be it.
I can't be asked to talk it out with you. There's no guarantee that you're not going to come back from what you're before trouble and not here. Timotheus, where have you gone again?
Thank you for saving me, Cassandra. There's something I've been meaning to tell you.
I need to tell Cassandra something too.
When I'm with you, the darkness inside me fades away. I didn't think I'd feel happiness like this again.
I'm the only reason you even know each other. The fates have spoken. The gods brought us together. I feel it in the fiber of my soul.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm sorry, Lykinos, but Timotheus is right. I have feelings for him.
I suppose I understand. I'll leave you two.
I never led you on there.
That can be arranged.
Right. So we're done that. Where's that other one that we were doing? There we go. So we're going to fast travel because that's a long frickin' way by this point. Let's look. aside.
Καταδικαστέ ημίν ηθική αξία το τραγουδοποιό.
Ο πατήρ μου είναι ιερός.
He's apparently watering the flowers.
Here lies my father, a simple farmer. A lion tore him to pieces as he brought in his grain. May the gods grant him peace. Here lies my brother, a brave man. He was chosen to confront the enemy threatening our village, but his ship sank and sharks feasted on his flesh. What little parts were found, I sealed in this tomb. A model ship as an offering to Poseidon. Clearly someone feared death in the sea. Sharks are under the command of Poseidon, as are all creatures of the sea. Is he the more dangerous god? A golden plate marked with the sun. An offering dedicated to Apollo and his youthful strength. Lions are a golden beast with manes like the sun. Surely they are the favorite of Apollo. Does that make him the more dangerous god? Protect us from teeth that tear and beasts that bite. Sounds like a child's prayer.
You! I know who you are. Athena sent you to kill me.
Why would you think that?
I was to be tried for murder, but a great fire burned up the courts and all the records. I walked free. But lately I've heard Athena in my dreams saying I would meet justice. And here you are.
An old woman hired me to come here. You weren't part of that contract. But lose your temper and I might change my mind.
I know what Athena told me. I'll face my death blade first. I never lose!
I've seen all there is to see here. Now to answer that woman's riddle.
What's this? I've still got to deal with her. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry, dude, right? Heart attack. Here's one for you. My first time going to America, right, was also my first time flying on my own, and also my first time getting held in frickin' customs. I was held there for 2 hours, and their reasoning was, oh, we were just double checking why you were entering the country. I'm like, I'm here to visit a boyfriend. Like, I told you this at the frickin' thing. Yeah. I mean, they even, like, because they looked at my pencil case and everything, because that was in my hand luggage. They were like, you know, do you draw? And I was like, yeah, do you want to see some of my drawings? And they were like, sure. And I was like, and I got out my sketchbook and everything like that. I was like, here you go. What do you think?
You spent enough time in the graveyard. What did you find?
I know, right?
How did you know I actually went?
I have my ways.
It seems you may have a gift from Mount Olympus.
Perhaps. But I want to know which god you think is more dangerous. Poseidon or Apollo?
Why are you so interested in knowing?
Because I have 2 tasks that require the attention of Amistios.
Mine was 2 hours,
But I
and
can
I was the
trust
only
the
native
easier
English
task to
speaker there.
nearly anybody. I'm going to assign the more dangerous one
I
to
had
you,
blue and
naturally.
purple hair. It's not exactly like I was staying under the radar.
Both of those gods may be dangerous, but I met a man who claimed Athena sent me to kill him.
How strange. If she could hear your words, I'm sure the goddess of justice would be amused.
There was a man torn to pieces by sharks on his way to confront pirates. That sounds like the punishment of Poseidon to those who would insult him.
Defending a territory no man can invade with deadly force. Poseidon would indeed seem to be the greater danger.
I'm glad you agree.
You've wisely considered the subject. I approve. Take this. It's for your judgment.
You ask for my judgment, but you seem to be judging me.
Am I? Consider this. A man took great risks to take to the sea. Perhaps you could figure out why.
His tomb mentioned pirates. Perhaps there's still a danger.
I believe you should find his family in Megaris, south of the ruined temple of Apollo.
I'll pay them a visit.
Just gonna wallop me around.
They carry the weight of Leonida. The bravest, they'll fight to the grave.
Nice song. Interesting tunage. Right, where am I going? You know, woman, you could have just like said, stay there after you've done it, and then like sort out the people. Yeah, but we'll find a way around. Come back here. Yeah, buddy.
Misthios! I'd prayed to Poseidon that one as mighty as you would come to aid us. I'd nearly lost hope, but here you are.
I was told your village was in danger.
Yes. My brother sailed out to take on the soldiers threatening to burn us out. I take a dim view of piracy, you know. But they ambushed his ship and, well, my brother never saw home again.
Sharks are merciless.
How did you know he was killed by sharks?
I visited your brother's tomb. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks. That's kind of you to say.
So are those soldiers still threatening you?
Yes, but I have a plan. I'm going to build a warship. One they won't be able to sink. My village will survive.
You seem determined.
Why don't we just take my boat?
What do you have left to do?
Too much.
There's a detachment keeping the pressure on us, not far from here. It's hard to gather building supplies while they're around.
So you need supplies, or you need that detachment taken care of.
Well, aren't you as clever as Athena herself? What would you be willing to do for us?
I can get supplies.
I'll find the supplies you'll need and leave the fighting to you.
Fair enough. Though I might need you to take up arms against dryads. I need plenty of olive wood to make sure this ship is solid.
I'll get right to it. I think that's all he needs to build it. This should be all of it.
Thank you. Now there's just one last thing we need. An eye of protection.
For the bow of the ship, you mean?
Exactly. There's probably one in the Ariadne shipwreck. At least if Poseidon hasn't claimed it for himself.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wait. How have I not... Look, I've been over there, dude. You know what? Scrap taking my boat.
Welcome back! There's a message for you on the board. Came from the Delos Islands. One of the cultists is there, Cassandra. His name is Portarkis.
You reading my messages, Barnabas?
I may have taken a peek. Did you find what you were looking for in Athens?
Few clues. This won't be easy.
Well, it's a good start. All we can do now is trust the path the gods have laid out for us.
I'm not the only one looking for my mother. The cult that wanted Nikolaus dead, they're also on my trail.
Ah, they're no match for you.
You got that right. Herodotus, what's that island ahead of us?
Cramped, my friend.
I'll take y'all on. Get off. Get off. Right, where is it? Got it. Let's go see this board. The shoes? No. They were all upper body.
Hey! Looks like something valuable!
You know, from like kneecaps up. No, nothing for gloves or feet.
We'll wait for the commander's return!
Wait, why is Herodotus still on that boat?
Here, will this eye do?
Yes, I suppose it will.
Is something wrong?
I remember this eye staring at me as the ship went down. So many sailors died that day.
You know, there's more you can do with a new ship than just piracy.
I believe you're right, Miss Theos. Perhaps you've come to show me wisdom after all. Here, take this. It will be the last of our spoils.
Thank you. May you find a more peaceful path in the future. I should get back to that strange woman and let her know what happened.
Then we're gonna make a bunch of frickin' pillars leading over. I was thinking, dude, I might as well just make a frickin' bridge. You can drive the Quetzal. I'll stand on the back because I need somebody to lift me up and down so I can place things. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, dude, the thing is, though, if you're gonna make a zip line across the wall, you may as well do it from the height that we're at. YouTube it while you're waiting for heart attack.
I met the dead man's brother.
Ah, so why did such a man go sailing in shark-filled waters?
He was a pirate, and he set out to fight the soldiers who threatened his family. They sank his ship, leaving him to the sharks.
That's nearly tragic. So how did you resolve the matter? That is what you do as a Misthios, resolve matters, right?
I dove deep to retrieve the protective eye the new ship needed. Poseidon must have smiled on that, because he enlightened the pirate's brother and set him on a more
Put it in your
peaceful
hot bath
path.
and
I
juice
see.
it.
That answer is quite revealing of your character.
I think.
Why are you concerned about my character?
Something will come of it. Very soon, I suspect. But here, take this for now.
Thank you. Though it sounds like you have more plans for me.
Perhaps. You've proven you could survive the dangers of the ocean. But what about an island of fire and smoke?
I'd like to explore this strange island.
Good. You're very nearly impressing me.
Oh, really? I should be impressed.
I would like to send you to an island of smoke and flame, but an associate of mine still has my key to the vault within. Without it, your trip would be in vain.
Are they as strange as you?
That's nearly amusing. My associate lives in the graveyard you visited for me earlier. He lives as a hermit. He'll have time to talk, even to you.
I'll go reclaim your key.
Back to the graveyard we go. Where did we leave him? Oh, what's all this? Oh, the theorems. Okay. There it is. Ah, my stats are fine. Oh, so you'll look at a YouTube for that one, dude, but you won't look at it for the zip line? Mm. Hey, old man.
I knew you'd be back. The owl knows. She's Athena's favorite bird, you know.
I'm here for the key to the vault.
What are you doing here? That's nearly ridiculous.
So, you're telling me it's not here?
I left it somewhere safe. It's near an abandoned camp on Egina Island.
That doesn't sound very safe.
How could it not be safe, surrounded by so many defenders?
Why do I never get the easy jobs?
Who knows?
God, I'm going everywhere. Oh, that loads. I shall be right back. was it? Oh, that's right. I was going to use my boat when I say. Right, what have I got here? Ah, that's the one.
Do you see that volcano?
It's pretty hard to miss.
Some say there is an entrance to the underworld at the bottom.
That's what we're gonna get the key for.
Enter by diving in it?
That's the spirit! A brave Arcadian I once knew had the same idea.
And what happened to him?
The heat of the flames turned him to ashes before he made it halfway down.
I guess some mysteries are best left unexplored.
Commander's left the helm!
Right, where's it going? That way. So, will we be? Oh, are you kidding me? We gotta talk to the woman. Then, you know, we're gonna come back to the stupid volcano. Put your swords away, woman.
your luck, Mistrios.
I found your key. Your associate certainly kept it well protected.
He ought to have. I paid him well enough to do so.
Where exactly are you getting your drachmi from?
I have very few needs and spend only on what I find important. I'm very nearly thrifty.
Now that I have the key, is there anything else I need to prepare to visit the Island of Fire?
You tell me, Mistios. Do you feel prepared to explore the foundry of
Yes.
Hephaestus?
Wait, you're not going to ask me a strange question first?
Perhaps I'll think of one later.
I'm ready to explore that island.
Very good. You are proving your worth.
Am I now? I'm impressed.
There is an island swathed with clouds of smoke where the earth blazes with fire. It's called the Foundry of Hephaestus. A legendary helmet is kept there. Bring it here so I might study it.
Seems like a dangerous journey for just a helmet.
It's not nearly the only treasure there. You can keep anything else you find.
Oh, it's planning on it.
I'll go to the island and find the helmet.
Let's go jump in a mountain. What's up? There you go. And what's that? Ah. Gave up with aliens, did ya? Gonna hop. Oh, screw it. We're gonna walk in lava. Oh, God's alive. I didn't ask for a frickin' party up here. Oh, fuck. Mining, naff off. Left or right? Let's go left. Looks like it's going further in. Oh, apparently it leads out, so I guess we're going right. Use the funky doodle key.
Gorgofani was an extraordinary woman born of Andromeda, daughter of the proud queen and king of Ethiopia, and Perseus, the Gorgon slayer after whom she is named.
No.
It has long been tradition that women should marry but once, as virgins. If their husbands died before them, they were to live out their lives as widows. Gorgofani defied this tradition to become the greatest grandmother of Hellas.
That's a little unfair to the women. You might want to get him leveled up first, otherwise you'll lose stuff. As a noob. Why not? He's cannon fodder. You don't mind that, do you, Heart Attack? Being cannon fodder? You can be the meat shield. I'm involving you. Yeah.
It is said that the warrior woman of advanced age brought so much chaos to the people of Lake Tritonis that Perseus himself arrived to take her life. And some wise people say that was Gorgofani, enjoying her last act of rebellion.
Of course. Oh, I'm playing Assassin's Creed. Odyssey. Ark did, not Odyssey. Just to specify.
Gorgofani's first husband was Perieres, king of Messini and Sparta. Their sons grew up to be bold princes and kings of Sparta themselves.
I'm enjoying the story of Gorgofani. numbskull. Oh look, there's another eagle.
Helmet seems common, but it's been carefully hidden. I should get it back to that woman.
Ow. Right, where is it? Where is it? No, sure. Let's go back in. There. Why don't you put them in a Pokeball and then bring them back out? Through there. Right, so it's not in this section. Hmm. It's over there. Mm-hmm. See, now how the devil do I get down there? Nice. Okay. So you were playing Aberration. Aberration has robots and tech stuff. You sure it was a spaceship? Yeah, but Blade, there's a thing Reaper wouldn't have played with his settings. You wouldn't know what to play with. Yes, but you've made all the dinos stupidly high level, so you can't do anything.
That burning island and
No,
trapped
because
tomb?
that's a different
You
setting.
could say they were nearly a challenge.
Even for you. You exaggerate, Eagle
When you
Bearer.
tame them, they go
But
up
did you
levels.
find
That's a
the
separate
helmet?
setting
Of course I did.
to
But how could you have known
the
about such a terrible
dinos
place?
being high
And
level
who are you to
initially.
send me there?
Who do you think I am, Cassandra? Some say I show great wisdom. Others say I am wisdom herself. Tell me, who do you think I am?
Not
You sent me to
necessarily.
a graveyard where I met a desperate man who said Athena herself had sent me to kill him. But I suppose that could
Well,
mean he
it
will
hasn't
thought
worked
you
when
were
I've
Athena.
tamed them.
It's unwise to give too much credit to the rantings of a madman.
Then you sent me to a pirate in need who asked me to help him as he saw fit. Was that a divine
Well,
test
I'm on
of
the same
wisdom,
server as you,
or
so I
just
don't know.
practicality?
You sent yourself to a pirate. I merely provided the chance.
Finally, that strange hermit with the key. He was even under a statue of Athena's icon, the owl. Did you set that all up as a joke, or is there truth in his beliefs?
So many thoughts in that head of yours. It's nearly too much to contemplate. Make your decision, Cassandra.
As the granddaughter of Leonidas, bearer of the bloodline, I must recognize you as Athena. This helmet you have asked me to return bears your own blessing.
If this is true, I should accept your recognizance. But for now, let me see that helmet.
I hope this was worth it.
You are faithful and devoted to the gods. I only hope you don't forget that you must also support yourself. But let's pray together, and here, try this.
Thank you.
I hope you've gained some wisdom from this journey.
Yes, I've learned that profit can come from the strangest sources.
It's not for taming, that's just to knock them out. Let's see, what's this? Oh, for frick's sake! God, now I sound like I've got a cold because I've sneezed so much.
There she is. These bandits look drugged. What happened here?
My thanks.
What happened to this camp?
Barnabas?
Here! You know, I see why you like going on these quests. The bandits don't even put up a fight. And there's wine! Tastes a bit off, though.
Barnabas, don't drink it if it tastes funky.
Finally come to see a master at work, Varnavas?
That's lotus flower wine. The bandits are drugged.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
Not again. I'll be good. I swear.
Take the eyes, then the crows see all. Eyes take the crows. Now I see.
bit overkill. Kind of left people in their stages, but oh well. Toasted people for dinner. I guess, you know, love meat eating.
You drank lotus flower, Varnava. Snap out of it.
Got on the bus. Am I gonna have to knock you out? Oh dear Lord.
Come on, old man. Let's get you home. How are you feeling?
That doesn't matter. The gods, they sent me a vision.
You said the name Lida.
The gods showed her to me. Lida was my wife.
You're married?
I thought I'd lost her a long time ago, but I saw her in my vision. She's alive. We just have to find her.
I'll help you find her, but a vision isn't much to go on.
There were 3 visions. In the darkness of a forgotten cave, Lida fed a cyclops. But then I saw her drinking wine with a witch. Then I could hear her singing like a siren.
I found this Avlos on a siren, if you could call her that.
An Avlos! My wife always loved these. I bet she learned to play it alongside the sirens as they sung men to their deaths. Just like her.
I'll bet the sirens and Lida were good friends.
She was so mesmerizing. Her song always worked on me.
About this vision of the Cyclops.
Right! Theosa and Poseidon took my hand and led me deep into the heart of the caves of Anafi. There, I saw Lida feeding a young Cyclops.
So, Lida was drinking wine with a witch?
She herself showed me. The witch and Lida were dear friends, drinking wine together well into the night. In the background, I could see the ruins on Paros Island.
Okay.
If Lida is alive, I'll find her. By the gods, that smells good.
Right then. So we've gone and accepted a quest to find Barnabas's wife. And we're going to leave the video there for the moment. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And we shall be back shortly. I might continue doing this one. I do have a horror game that I'm eyeing up to stream tonight though. So yeah, it'll either be this or be one of the horror games. And hopefully see you guys then. But bye for now.